Okay folks, so today we're in the New Forest, and it's actually a very old forest. So you're probably wondering why they call it the New Forest. Well, it was new when they called it the New Forest, and that was in 1078 AD. So yeah, it's going on for 1,000 years old. But in England, 1,000 years old is new. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the New Forest.
In 400 metres, left turn.
Coming into the lovely little village of Lyndhurst, you can see thatched roofs. Thatched roofs are roofs that are made of thatch. There's a big one over there. On a tiny little cottage, look at that. Thatch is made from reeds, which they get from lakes and
left
rivers.
Left turn coming up. Then 200 metres later, right turn.
Lyndhurst, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it pretty? And the tourists are out in full force today in Lyndhurst. Oh, and there's ice cream. Hello, fatty. Oh, she's pregnant. I'll let her off. Okay, you're allowed to be fat when you're pregnant.
Right turn coming up.
Lovely little Maserati and Ferrari garage down here on the left. You see the old Ferrari Maserati down there? Very nice. So, as you would imagine, a lot of the forest is forest. In other words,
in 400 metres,
trees
right.
and stuff, woods. And some poor folks cannot see the wood for the trees. But actually a lot of the forest isn't forest. It's actually what we call open heath or moorland. And we're kind of leaving the foresty bit now, and we're going out across the open heathy
right.
bit in a minute. One interesting fact about the New Forest is that it's common ground. So what that means is commoners who live locally have the right to graze their animals, and you'll see there are wild
in 500 metres,
horses on the left and indeed on the right. But it's not just wild horses, you get wild cows, wild bulls, and well, a lot of them aren't actually wild. You know, they're left to roam wild, but they're just foraging, grazing, eating the grass, and there's an ancient law that gives them the right to do that. So if anyone has a cow or a pony or
left
any other beasties that they'd
just
like to
right turn.
oh, look, there's some cows here, look at that. Fuck you now, look at the horns on that. Dear oh dear, I don't think I'll get out and argue with you, you horny bastard. Yeah, so yeah, if you've got wild beasties, you can let them roam freely and eat all the grass. Very interesting, eh? Some more wild beasties over there. Again, ones with big horns. I think they're Aberdeen Angus, those ones, which are Scottish cattle. Alrighty, so this bit here is the first bit of open heath type stuff. You can see it's still a little bit foresty. And you can see a railway that cuts across the road here. And the road's kind of dug under the railway, which is good fun really when there's heavy rains down here, because that bit that I've just been through can be up to 4 feet deep in water. So you can see now a wild growth of yellow stuff. That's very prickly stuff. It's called gorse, and trust me, you don't want to go running through the gorse because it's very fucking spiky. You can see over there some gorse has been burnt. It's very common actually to burn the gorse. Not quite sure why, but it's something that they do to control it, I think. Maybe keep it under control. So you see we've got open heath and still a little bit of forest over to the right, and you have to go quite slow on these roads because wild beasts like the little horsey over there. Oh, look, some lovely little foals as well. Wild beasts have a habit of running out in front of your car, and they're generally bigger than you, and they don't have insurance, so if you crash into them you can't go chasing their insurers. So not a good idea to go crashing into wild animals. There you go, one walking across the road right now, look, and there's his friends having their dinner. Come on, missus, I'm letting you go. Come on. That's it, you silly bitch. Oh, look at that lovely little foal over there. How sweet. Isn't that lovely? That was a cattle grid we just drove over. Wasn't my car farting, it was a cattle grid.